Alright, guys, so I kind of screwed up. I went a little too fast, pushed a little too hard, just started doing too much. Before I get to explain that, I just want to let you guys know during this whole contest prep, I don't have a coach, as in everything that I'm doing is pretty much on my own. So, with that out of the way, what happened was my last video, my last refeed day, was Sunday. I was weighed in at 176 pounds, and I was looking awesome. But what happened was people were telling me that I looked 7 weeks out, and I was 14 weeks out. It felt good, but it was really too fast. My goal weight was about 169 pounds, and at that pace, I would have been under that by a lot. So what I did was I ate back the weight because I wanted to get some more size back on. I also wasn't really. I was feeling kind of sad. So eating kind of helped with that, and I slept a lot. I was really tired. I mean, I probably slept a lot too because I was sad, but whatever. I had. I lacked a lot of motivation for my workouts, so when I was working out, it wasn't making me feel happy. So again, that led to eating more food. And then on Wednesday, I woke up at 184 pounds. And I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But to me, it was pretty much like, dude, you got off track. So I decided then that I needed to get back to my diet, needed to stop feeling sorry for myself and whatnot. And the goal was to be about 180 pounds by Saturday. Well, the next day, Thursday, I woke up at about 181 pounds. And then today, which is Friday, I woke up at 180. So I'm right back on track. So I started at 192 pounds, basically just watching and recording what I ate because I just needed to get a rough estimation of kind of where I was at with my daily energy requirement. So I started at 3,130 calories. I was 226 protein, 313 carbs, and 104 fat. Yes, that is a lot of fat because I like fat. That is my weakness. I crave fatty foods. And I did that for about 2.5 weeks, and I thought it was too much. I thought I was eating too much. I wasn't expending enough. So I cut down to 3,000 calories. Even though I had lost 3 pounds, I was 189 pounds. So now I was doing 225 protein, 375 carbs, and 65 fat, or 67 fat. So I really switched around with the fat because I didn't want a fatty body composition. Simple enough. And after that, I started seeing everyone else on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot getting ready for their competitions or just finishing their competitions, and it kind of got in my head. I wanted to be there, and I wanted to be there quicker. So that's where I started adding everything in, and that's when I changed my diet to 2,885 calories. Again, I was at 189 pounds. This was 4 days later after I switched to 3,000 calories. So, I mean, I switched really fast, which was also not a good thing. So, 2,885 calories, 225 protein, 352 carbs, and 64 fat. Still keeping with that high carbs, low fat diet. And that's probably where I should have stayed for 3 to 5 weeks. I was 186 pounds like 2 weeks later. And I saw my progress, and I wanted to increase that even more. I wanted to see progress even quicker. So I switched to 2,675 calories. 234 protein, 268 carbs, 74 fat. I really wanted to get a low percent body fat. which in hindsight was not a good idea because low body fat percentage is not healthy. So yeah, this should have been the last time that I played with my diet at all, because after that I started adding even more cardio and increasing the intensity of my workouts even more, adding drop sets, supersets, doing strength. Also, one of my buddies said that the calories that I was taking in is a lot higher to maintain my body than what he was taking in, which is fine because what works for one person may not work for another. But again, it kind of got in my head like, shit, am I eating too much? So I dropped again. And that was 6 days after my last drop. And this was the detrimental part. So for 11 days, I ate at 2,330 calories. And that's when I was like 184 pounds. 233 protein, 233 carbs, and 52 fat. It was nice because I was seeing progress so quick, but I was also losing a lot of energy so fast. I lost about 8 to 10 pounds. The weight literally like flew off. I was losing like 2 pounds a day almost. And it was way too fast. So I went from about 186, 184 to 176 in 11 days. So yeah, now I realize what I had to eat back, get some size. So now I am kind of in between 2550 calories and 2675 calories. That's roughly 200 grams of protein, 320 grams of carbs, and 57 grams of fat. And I'm not being super strict on what I'm eating right now. Tomorrow will be 13 weeks out from my competition. I screwed up, kind of. I could have saved or built more muscle during those past few weeks. But what I'm taking away from this is I know my limits. Well, at least a little bit better now. I got a little glimpse at what my progress will be, so I'm like even more excited for that. I ate a lot of food, which I love to eat, so that was kind of fun. Overall, I didn't really harm my progress, but it served as a bit of a wake-up call. So what I want you guys to take away from this and what I'm taking away from this is trust the process. It is a long process. Don't change things sporadically. And by that, I mean don't do it week by week. Maybe when you're first kind of figuring out what you're doing. But after you start getting a better idea of what you need to eat, don't change things. I know it gets addicting, the progress gets addicting, but again, just trust the process. And again, it's trial and error. I'm doing this all by myself. I made mistakes so that hopefully you guys don't have to make the same ones. Thanks for watching.